Hello and welcome to tizoguitar. If you're new here, my name is Tyler Griffiths. One day I'm gonna hit that button on time. My name is Tyler Griffiths, I go by Tizo, and this channel is all about learning guitar with a special focus on R&B music. So if that's what you're into, I strongly suggest go ahead and clicking that subscribe button and the little bell icon, that way you're notified whenever I go live or post a new video. Typically I go live on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm a little bit early today. But usually it's 8 p.m. Eastern, and then on Saturdays we do more general topics, where Tuesday might be a song tutorial or a lick tutorial. Saturdays would be more general stuff like music theory, going over triads, going over different concepts and techniques. So I highly encourage you to stop by for the live streams on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern and Saturdays at 12 p.m. Eastern. All right, a little early today, but had time, so I wanted to jump on for you guys. Just like the title suggests, we are going to be learning how to play Chosen by Madison Ryann Ward. Really, really great, awesome artist. If you haven't heard of her, definitely check her out. There's definitely going to be more stuff coming up on the channel from her. She's a Christian R&B artist. I love R&B music, and I love R&B music that I can keep on when my kids are in the room, so that's always good. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's lesson. Go ahead and grab your guitar, and let's get right to it. All right, so let's start off with the chords. Or matter of fact, before we get on that, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop over to Guitar Pro. All right, and so here's what the tab will look like. If you are a patron, if you're supporting the channel on patreon.com/tizoguitar, you will have access to this tab as well as this Guitar Pro file, Guitar Pro file. And it's really good to have. If you have Guitar Pro, I highly recommend it. Or if you don't have it, I highly recommend it. It's really good because you can always take these tabs that I have from every lesson, and you can also slow it down, manipulate the time, you can change chords, you can change the fingerings for some of the shapes if you're not comfortable with those fingerings. So definitely check that out. This tab will be available, but of course I'll show you everything you need to know. If you want the tab, it's at patreon.com/tizoguitar. And let's hop on back over to camera 2. Okay, so let's learn these chords. Okay, it's going to be a total of 6 chords you'll need to know. First chord is E flat major 7, starting on the 6th fret. The shape doesn't show it as a bar chord, like the shape below, but I usually play it like a bar chord. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it's good practice. All right, so index finger goes on 6th fret, A string. Let me turn off that chorus effect. There we go. Okay, so index finger on 6th fret, I usually bar from the A string down. I have my ring finger on the D string, fret 8. I have my middle finger on the 7th fret of the G string. And I have my pinky on the 8th fret of the B string. That's our E flat major 7, all right? Next, we're gonna go to this D minor 7 sharp 5. Very pretty chord. I'm barring from the A string down with my index finger on fret 5. Pinky is going to go ahead and grab fret 8 of the D string. And middle finger is going to grab the 6th fret of the B string. All right, just those inside 4 strings. Next chord is going to be an F major 7. Same shape as the E flat major 7, just moving our bar down and shifting everything else accordingly. Down to fret 7. Or sorry, fret 8. So index fingers on fret 8, ring fingers on fret 10, middle fingers on fret 9, and pinky is on fret 10. All right, and then likewise, we're just doing that same minor 7 sharp 5 shape, this time an E minor 7 sharp 5, and we're barring the 7th fret. Ring finger is on, pinky is on the 10th fret of the D string, and middle finger is going to be on the 8th fret of the B string. right, so we've gone over those first 4 chords. E flat major 7, D minor 7 sharp 5, F major 7, E minor 7 sharp 5. So even though it's 4 chords, we're still just using 2 shapes in general. We're using the major 7 shape and we're using the minor 7 sharp 5 shape, okay? Next, we're gonna go to this A flat major 7. To play that, I have my pinky on the A string, fret 11. I have my ring finger is on the 10th fret of the D string. And I'm also barring pretty much from the A string down with my index finger on fret 8. You don't really need to bar all the way down. You could just bar the G and B strings. But this shape just feels a little bit more natural with a full or regular bar. But either will work. As long as you are barring both the G string and the B string on fret 8, you're good. So that's A flat major 7. And our final chord is going to be this B flat sus 2, which is kind of like this. All right, so I have my pinky is going to be on the 8th fret of the D string. I have my index finger is kind of taking care of, it's barring, but it's holding the 5th fret of the G string. And my middle finger is on the B string, fret 6. So kind of just a triad. All right, and we're gonna do something with that where we're gonna kind of start with our pinky up. So that's why I have this bar already ready to go. Okay, but in any case, those are the 6 chords you need to know. Go ahead, if you're watching this after the live stream, feel free to pause it here, practice these shapes, and get comfortable with them before moving on to the rest of the video. But for our live stream folks, we're gonna keep on rolling. All right, so the first thing we'll do, I guess I can leave the chords up, just so you have them. Okay, so the first shape that we're gonna do, we're gonna start on that E flat major 7. And we're gonna kind of arpeggiate this chord, meaning we're just gonna play the individual strings of the chord one at a time. I'm going from the A string down to the B string in order. So we're gonna go down to the B string, and then we're gonna come back up to the D string. So we're gonna play A string, D string, G string, B string. And then on the way up, we're gonna play G string, D string. So it'll go like this. All right, one more time slowly. Okay, we're gonna go to our second chord shape, which is that D minor 7 sharp 5, and we're gonna play the same sequence of strings. Okay, so same pattern there, and then when we're on the E flat major 7, we're gonna play that pattern twice. So sorry, I skipped over that. Play that pattern twice on the E flat major 7. Then switch to our D minor 7 sharp 5. And just do that sequence one time on the D minor 7 sharp 5. Then we're gonna go quickly to our F major 7. We're gonna play it, but we're kind of gonna roll through the chords. So we're not gonna play it all at once, right, where we're just plucking all the strings. Instead, we're gonna kind of roll from the A string down to the B string in order, but it's gonna be quick. So it's gonna be like, can you kind of hear the difference? I'm rolling on this time, and this is plucking all at once. It's a slight difference, but I feel like it makes it sound better when you roll through for this particular song. So we're gonna roll through that F major 7 and do the same thing for the E minor 7 sharp 5. So let's play that whole sequence, that initial sequence. We're gonna do E flat major 7 twice. D minor 7 sharp 5. F major 7, E minor 7 sharp 5. All together. Okay, so that sequence that I just played, those 4 chords in that pattern, we're going to play that whole sequence 3 times. That's how the order goes with the recording. So we play that whole sequence 3 times, and then the 4th time around, or what would be the 4th time around, we're going to start on that A flat major 7. And we're going to do that twice. We're going to play the same sequence where it goes from the A string down to the B string and then back up to the D string. All right, so the picking pattern is exactly the same on that A flat major 7. Now we're going to shift up here to that B. We're going to actually start that chord. We're going to start the chord with our pinky off, okay? So the bar is really taken care of. We're actually playing the 5th fret of that D string, okay? That's the note G. So we're going to play that first, and then we're going to hammer on with our pinky. So we're hammering on from fret 5 to fret 8 on the D string, and our pinky is doing that hammer on, all right? If you got weak pinkies, this is a good one to practice and build that strength up. So after we play the D string, hammer on the pinky, then we're going to play the G string, and then the B string. And then we're going to play back up. We're going to play the G string and then the D string again. So it's going to go a little bit slower. If you can't hammer on with it just yet, you could always put your finger down and then pluck. Okay, so either or. All right, as long as you keep that picking pattern. Okay, so let's go ahead and start as if we're going from the 4th time through. Whoop. I'll just tap it. All right, it's a little bit of a squeeze. And then we just do the same old ending, rolling through the F major 7, and then rolling through the E minor 7 sharp 5. So once again. And that's the whole sequence. So from the E flat major 7 to the E minor 7 sharp 5, 3 times, roll through that whole progression, and then the 4th time around, you start with that A flat major 7 to the B flat sus 2, and then end on the same old ending as the other ones, F major 7 to E minor 7 sharp 5. And that is all you need to know. Speaking of, that's all you need to know for the chords, but for that tone, what I'm doing to get the actual sound that the recording has, so I'm using an effect called chorus. So if you hear, this is just like the plain guitar sound with a little bit of reverb. When I engage the chorus, you get that instant 80s sound. Right? All right, so that effect is called chorus. There's many different ways you can go about using that. I'm using a Helix for all of my effects. If you're using a standard Softbox pedal, which I usually have one near my desk, but I don't today. But if you're using a standard Softbox, what you can do is kind of just set the mix so that it's not like overbearing to the point maybe like around the 50% mark, or like 12 o'clock if you're using a knob, or a little bit farther back, like between 40 and 50% mix is a good mix for the sound of the song. All right, so with those chord shapes and those tone recommendations, that's all you need to know to play that song. Hopefully you guys enjoy learning that one. And I will open up the floor for questions just real quick, just a couple minutes. If you have any questions, any requests, any comments, and you're watching this after the stream that goes to the channel, go ahead and drop them in the comment section below. I want to hear what you'd like to learn, what songs and artists you're listening to, and what questions you have with guitar in general. All right. And then, let's see, make sure I'm doing all my business keeping. So if you are hoping to play this kind of music, but this stuff is a little bit over your head right now, I do offer private lessons on Zoom. So I would love the opportunity to come alongside you on your guitar journey and kind of give you guidance, show you what things to practice, how to properly structure a practice plan, how to make sure you're keeping track of improvements, those kinds of things, as well as teaching music theory and songs. So if you're looking for that kind of assistance, go ahead and drop me an email at tizoguitar@gmail.com. tizoguitar, just like the channel name, at gmail.com, and I would love to get back to you with some info as soon as possible. Also, if you love these kinds of chords and it's all very new to you, I have something called Tizo's R&B Chord Library, Volume 1. It should be available in the description. There'll be a link to that after this video gets posted to the channel. You can go ahead and click on that and check out. It's basically a compilation of 35 different chord shapes that I've come across in my time playing R&B music, and I wanted to go ahead and put that in one location for you to save you a lot of time. It took me many years to figure out all these chords, and after I started seeing them pop up in song after song, I was like, let's go ahead and make a resource for these students. So if you want that, link is in the description. And other than that, if there are no questions, I will see you guys on Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern. All right, try to make it. Bring your questions, bring your requests. I am here to help. All right. Let me just check comments. Let's see. Kunta says, love your work, Tizo. Nobody has your style when it comes to tutorials. I appreciate that, man. And CB says, oh, I need that guitar. You can't get it. It's mine. Says, you're the best, man. You're the best. And Mr. Red says, thanks. All right. Well, I'm going to get out of your hair. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. I look forward to hearing your stories or your questions on Saturday. And if you learn this song or any song on the channel, whether it be songs or licks or anything like that, and you post yourself on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, go ahead and tag me. I definitely want to see what you guys are learning and how the channel is helping you out. All right. That definitely makes my day whenever I see that. So, all right. I'm out of here. I'll see you Saturday. Bye-bye.